Hello, it's me. I was wondering if after all these years you'd like to meet.
Welcome everybody to another episode of CorbinCenter. Now Corbin, join us here. You had Freelance, which was great. Freelance was a big show for you. You're going into this triple threat tag match. The last time you had a triple threat, it was a singles that got thrown out. Tell me a little bit about this match and how this build has gone. Tell me about the build of this match.
Well, this year has been a nice turn. I do always enjoy tag wrestling. I used to, obviously in the North Star Express was a tag, and I had a couple partners over the years. But Bucky and I have really kind of hit, and I feel like have been able to help elevate a tag division in Freelance, and that part really does mean a lot to me. And, you got these two young guys, and again, the heart that I saw was the biggest thing that attracted me to Freelance was giving two teams an opportunity to really have fun. And also getting to showcase what they do. And I think both of those teams, Pick and Pop and Bang Bros, are solid teams. They're just not on the same level, obviously, as a 2-year title reign of the Take It Home Wreckers. And while animosity has really gotten in the way of a lot of our events, like we've had a lot of matches thrown out because it keeps stealing our belts. While they have all the talent in the world, I don't understand at all, why they have to take what rightfully belongs to ours. Because ever since I've stepped in the role for Mikey and been able to do, who I miss greatly, by the way, and ever since I've been stepping in and fulfilling the Take It Home Wreckers, I've only got to hang on to the tag titles for like a year. Hour in the whole time that we've had them. So, this year. So then we get this big announcement that we're in, I believe, the first ever coming up here. And I guess Freelance thought that this was the best way to handle it.
You know, it's crazy. You find yourself in amongst all these crazy feuds, which is what brings us to this. What seems like is going to be the epic showdown. Next month, you are in a ladder match. Did you know that this was going to happen? How did this all come about?
The main reason I didn't see this as, I knew there was going to be something. Normally June and December, I believe, are the two biggest events. And the reason why I thought there was going to be something is obviously like we've been going at it for a long time. But a ladder match, I don't really know if there's any place to really hang it there. So when they announced that it was the ladder, we were equally as shocked. Also, for all the teams involved, I didn't know if that would be the best way that they would go about it. But I guess they're going to go and make some kind of contraption that will hang on to hold the belts across. So I believe, like I said, it's going to be the first time that there's been a tag team ladder match or a ladder match of any kind at Freelance. And we'll continue our 2+ year reign. We'll definitely do that. But a lot of stuff was kind of sprung on me. Like, I was a last-minute replacement in the Battle Royal. I wasn't supposed to be in it either. But Cody Lane, like, apparently if you were watching, you noticed a lot of people fall. But Cody Lane jumped out and sprained his ankle, slipping on beer on the outside. And as a result, he couldn't be in the match, and then I had to take his place. So I entered at 21. And, so luckily Bucky saved me a couple times before I ultimately got eliminated by Storm Grayson. But what can I say? Everything was completely in disarray. And, good thing I'm on the fly there. Good thing that I go out there and do what I do. So, yeah.
Man, I know that you've had some injuries in ladder matches, so let's hope that everything goes well. But also, speaking of things going well, you had some travel woes, didn't you? Talk about the trip here, there, and back. You had some delays. You had a little bit of what we call mechanical issues. Describe them, talk about them, tell the people.
So on the way down, I rode down with NDS again. And on the way down, it's the first time that we've ever had it where GPS suggested it's better to go to Milwaukee and down than to keep going. So I'm in the back seat, and I did fall asleep. Normally I like to stay awake on trips, but I did fall asleep. And as I fell asleep in the car, I woke up once, standstill traffic. I was like, well, fuck this. And I went back to bed. And then I woke up again, and we were at like Wisconsin Dells. Same thing, bumper to bumper traffic. And so there was 4, I think, road closures that ended up putting us at such a standstill that if we would have continued on I-90, there would have been more. Plus the traffic that you normally hit when you get to Chicago. It was absolutely brutal. So it was better to go to Milwaukee and down. And so it took, normally it takes about 6.5, I think, from the cities. This one took us about 7.5. We got there right as soon as doors opened. I was match 1, so yay. Second note, on the way back, I was sitting in the back seat. We leave, and we were deciding, should we leave at night? Should we leave in the morning? What should we do? Okay. So we leave at, we sleep, which is great. We wake up refreshed on our way. I'm sitting in the back seat, and it's loud. Like, thought like maybe a muffler or whatever or something, and I'm just like, so I can't really hear, so I'm kind of just in my own little world back there. And then we got, pretty much to the halfway point, and I don't know, like we got out, and Levy, who knows cars pretty well, was checking the tire. He's like, it sounds like something's weird with your tire, especially when we started to slow down and not go on highway speeds. Turns out all of these lug nuts were coming loose, and as a result, the tire almost came off. And he didn't have a jack, a spare tire, or a tire iron in his car. So we ended up stopping. We got food. We stopped at a Taco Bell because I was like, I want a Mexican pizza. Now, here's the interesting thing that happened here. We stopped at a Taco Bell, and you could only order via the kiosk. They were super short-staffed. I don't know what was going on. One of the kiosks wasn't working, so there's only 2, so we had to do that. And I went to order, and they hadn't updated the kiosk. So it said on the menu that there was Mexican pizza, but you couldn't order a Mexican pizza. So I was just like, come on. So I just grabbed a box and, luckily, but, it kind of delayed us a little bit. And then we had to go to an O'Reilly's and get a tire iron to tighten the lug nuts, which is good thing it was an easy fix. But we were thinking about this. What happens if we would have left the night before and we were driving at 2 a.m., 3 a.m.? There wouldn't have been anything open. We probably would have had to stop, get a hotel, something. Or what if the tire would have came off? So I'm really glad that we did it the way we did, and we still made it in time for Battleground, which was good. But man, yeah, when you think about everything that could go wrong on a road trip, it's just kind of funny, all the little things you don't even think about. Normally you're like smooth sailing, should be pretty easy, but at least he's got a tire iron now, so we're all set. Well, I'm glad you did what you did. I'm glad you made it home safe, and I hope you are safe the next time you go to Freelance, because that match is going to be crazy. But anyway, stay tuned, everybody, for another episode of CorbinCenter coming your way tomorrow.